everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and I just got my Natasha Denona CIRCO LOCO palette in the mail, and I opened it up and I was so excited when I saw it that I knew I had to stop everything and just film with it right now. So I'm doing 3 looks in this video using this palette. I was really inspired by it because if you all have not seen this palette, it is a super colorful palette that was inspired by the circus. So bam, here you go. I mean, the packaging alone is just super fun and festive. It reminds me a lot of my childhood and going to the circus, even though I've never been a huge fan of the circus unless it's the Universal Soul Circus. Have you all ever been to that circus? Because that circus is on the next level. That's a fun circus, but you know. Anyways, this one is the newest launch by Natasha Denona. It is a full-sized eyeshadow palette. It has 15 pans, and these are the full-sized eyeshadows, which is why this palette is $129 because each pan has 2.5 grams of products, and there's a mix of finishes in here. There's matte and there's metallic. And then we have a lot of cool colors because the 3 main color families that are in this palette are orange, pink with blue, and then she sprinkled in a little bit of purple because I feel like Natasha Denona should know me by now. Natasha gave the purple to me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to do looks with every single eyeshadow in this palette. I want you all to see the full range of the eyeshadow palette and get a little bit of inspiration for using color and incorporating it back into your life, because I feel like for the past 10 years or so we've been on this neutral kick and everything has been neutral and nude and just monotone, which is beautiful, but sometimes we need to add a little bit more spice into our life. And so I'm excited to see launches like this because it's giving us something different. So like I said, we're doing 3 looks, and then I'll give you all swatches at the end of the video. So if you all want to see that, I will have timestamps down in the description box for you all to zoom through and get to that if you all are interested. So I hope that you all enjoy this video. Let me know if this palette is on your radar, and I'll check you all in a minute. Y'all, let's get into this look right here. I'm going to show you how to do it. For the first, I'm going to go into Cotton Candy. Let me see that to 0. No, just kidding. And I'm going to go back and forth, and this is going to be my transition shade. This one is a really light pinkish shade. And I'm just going to do one eye at first. It's a very faint pink, but it's definitely building up. Nice. Now let's dip into Joker and move down just a little bit, and I'm going to put that more directly in the crease. Back and forth with the blending brush. I'm going to go back with a little bit of Cotton Candy and just kind of diffuse that line a little bit. Very lightly right on top. Now I'm going to take a flat shader and take the shade Acrobat. I want that right on the outer corner. And I'm just going to gently tap that on. That's so pigmented and pretty. I'm going to go back with my blending brush just to diffuse it a little bit more. Go back with a little bit of Joker with the blending brush. You know, blending just sometimes it's just layering and going back and forth until everything is harmonious. Just take your time and blend that out. I don't know how to pronounce this yet, so I'm just going to call it Fun for now. So let's take Fun. And I'm going to pat that all across the rest of the lid. Ooh. That shade is really nice and easy to pick up. I'm going to go back with a little bit of Acrobat right here. Just kind of tap back over it. I'm going to go into Snow Cone. Pop a little bit of that right on the inner. Just a little bit. I don't want a lot. Take some of that down on the bottom. And then I'm going to go into Razzle Dazzle. Pop that in the center. Y'all have to concentrate now, because this is the part where my eyes will get irritated. And then I'm going to close it off with Acrobat. And then wrap that around and connect it to the top. Boom. That's it. Look at that look. That's hitting. I love it. I love the colors. I'm in love with a blue, purple, pinkish kind of moment anyways. And this combination is giving me all the feels because I love me a good light blue, because this right here is not easy to do. So yeah, there we are. Let's go ahead and get into this next look. I'm going to take the shade Magic And I'm just going to start this off on the lid. Ooh, that's a good purple. That's a good purple, folks. Okay. You know, when I get a good purple, I don't know how to act. Let me pack this on. I'm going to concentrate it on the lid. And then, you know, gradually diffuse it out. But basically, I want this shade all over the lid. And then pizzazz. No, I'm just kidding. Pack and then diffuse it out. So I want the majority of the color to be on the lid. Then once you have that achieved, switch over to the tip of the brush and go in circular motions right on that edge to diffuse that color. So I'm packing on the color with the flat side of the brush and I'm blending with the tip. No additional color. I wish there was a lighter purple in here just so I can diffuse this out without having to go into a pink. This is not, I'm going to take this pink down here. But I sure do wish it were. And I'm just going to go over this very lightly with that just to soften up, you know, the line a little bit, make it a little bit less harsh. And I'm going in with a very light hand of that pink. I just want something a little bit lighter just so everything is soft. Pretty. I go right on the edge of that color just to diffuse it out. It's a diffusion, not an inclusion. So it is not supposed to be a prominent part of the look. On the lower part, I'm just going to take Axe very carefully and take it all the way across until I get to the inner part. Now I'm going to go in with Aerialist. And bam. That's it. Purple Delight. Y'all, when I first used to do my YouTube videos back in the day, I would come up with names for the looks. So I would call this one probably like Purple Delight or something. I'm going to bring that back. Purple Delight. Strawberry and blueberry sorbet. All right. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So let me go ahead and wash my face and I'll do the look that you see in the intro and outro because I haven't filmed that yet. That's a little bit of editing magic. So I'll be right back. Now let's do our third and final eye look. I want to go in with some of the oranges. So I'm going to go into Baby You're a Firework. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to take Firework and I'm going to take that right in my crease. Ooh. Next I'm going to hit Spiral. I'm going to take that on the outer corners. Ooh. Let's take some Cannon. Let's pop that on the lid and bring it over. Then let's go into Grin. Pop that here. Let's go in with a little bit of that again. Take it on the lower inner corner. And then I'm going to go into Flip. I want that in the middle. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I'm going to hit a little bit of Electric. Take that on the outer portion and connect that to the top. Just a little bit. So I want this look to be more teal than royal blue. And here's the finished look. I just had so much fun doing all three looks using this palette because as soon as I opened it up and looked at it today, I felt something that I hadn't felt in a long time about a makeup product. I felt inspired. I felt excited to use it. I mean, I looked at the color story and it looked interesting and I just wanted to play. And that is something that I feel like has been missing. And this is one of those products that just really inspired me to use it. So I really, really love this palette. The formulation of it is mwah, chef's kiss. A1, super smooth. All of the colors gave me great pigmentation. They were super blendable and they were beautiful, vivid shades. I think this palette is just outstanding and I'm always happy to see purple because for such a long time we've just gotten pink and you know, some pink slid in here. There's still pink there. 2 different pink shades, but overall the tones in here are so beautiful and I love how rich they are. And I can see a variety of people using this palette ranging from lighter complexions to deeper complexions, which is very interesting because it's color. And I feel like color needs to make a comeback, and I'm so happy to see Natasha Denona stepping out and giving us something a little bit different than what we've been getting for the past 10 years. And I like neutral colors just as much as any other millennial, but I need more color, and this is color done well. So do not be intimidated by this palette. If you're a person who's not really into super bold colors, you may feel like some of the eye looks that I did today were a little bit too intense. Tone it down. Bring it down to where you feel comfortable wearing the color. But trust me, this color is popping. The only shade that I would say is just super light is this shade right here. But you can wear this as a lid shade if you have a deeper complexion. I used it in the crease. Honestly, if I weren't doing a review, I probably wouldn't reach for this in the crease just because it's so light. But other than that, this palette is absolutely outstanding. But if you're like me and you like more neutral tones in the crease, use one of your other Natasha Denona palettes or other palettes that you have in your collection to kind of tone it down a little bit. The Tropic palette would be the perfect accompanying palette to the CIRCO Loco palette. Super complementary color stories. These are not dupes. I don't feel like Natasha has given us anything like the CIRCO Loco palette before. And I don't really feel like any brand has given us something like this before. That's what makes it so fun. It definitely reminds me of the circus. But if you need something to add to that, then dip into this palette. It'll be perfect. Let me know if you all plan on getting this palette, because I feel like everybody needs a little bit of CIRCO Loco in their life. So I look forward to reading what you guys have to say down in the comments section. And I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super, super soon. Smooches. Bye.